We're gonna grow a giant, a huge giant Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. That's what we're gonna do. That's the plan. Why not? Right? Okay, let's do it, girl. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, I'm Krista from Plant Lux. How are you today? I am excellent. Happy holidays. It's that season of the year. In fact, it's such an inspiring season that here on Plant Lux, we decided we were going to experiment a little bit with my really interesting, huge this Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma, who is just taking off in crazy amounts of growth. And we're gonna pot this up and we're gonna see if we can grow a giant. Remember, this guy started as a nub, no growth at all. And now this is what's happened. So we're just going with it. I am pretty confident that this, in this sort of situation it's in now, I feel like it's holding it back and it's actually ending up, it's ending up with some leaf death because it's just not getting enough soil or nutrients from the soil or enough room to grow that it needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to pot it up and we're going to put it on this giant stake and we are going to just keep growing a huge Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma up this pole and see what happens. So that's our experiment today. Let's see how it goes. So join me today as we stake up this Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. First things first. I'm feeling first should be taking it out of the pot. So I don't know if you guys can see that this guy is so huge, but it's in a terracotta pot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go around the base, if you could pan in. You go around the base and I'm going to dislodge the root structure from the base. The plant's pretty dry, even though literally I'm watering it almost every day now. It's just, there isn't enough water in the world that's gonna keep this plant happy. Because I guess it's on some kind of growing spree. Anyway, so I'm gonna get it out of here. It's pretty dry. And how to do this if you're doing this at home is you stick this down the side. And then you lift up. Stick and lift. Go down the side and lift up. I feel like it's pretty good.
You should kind of show them, for reference, how much it's grown since the last video you recorded with it.
You mean some B-roll? I have footage from when it was down here, like literally a nub.
Yeah, but your care video.
Oh, my Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma care video? Yeah. It's grown at least, I would say 18 inches since my video that I posted. It's insane. It just keeps growing out of control. So we are up potting into a big giant pot.
Check out Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma care video.
Yeah, I'll link it in the description below. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this without making a huge mess. We'll see. I'm trying here. Oh, well, that's not terrible, right? Already it's almost up to the top of the pole. That's crazy. Okay, so really what's gonna happen here, guys, this is gonna be like a work in progress, but what I am going to do in order to get this giant started is I'm actually going to tether this to the top of the pole. You can do it a few ways. You can try, hold on here, with some of this, which is twine. You can use this if you'd like, or if you prefer floral wire, you could use that. My favorite and the most flexible and easy method, I think, is this stuff right here. It's called floral wire. It's a very skinny gauge, very skinny, easy, flexible. It's like bread tie gauge. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop, I would say, I would do probably about, I don't know, six to 8 inches or so of wire. And okay, so 2 ways you could do this. If you have a staple gun, you could pre-staple your post. You could do that. I didn't have time to get my staple gun. Sun's going down. We have to film a video. I didn't have time to find my staple gun, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go around the pole. Later on though, if I wanna make it look really pretty, I'll put staples in this pole, like a pre-staples, and then I'll just loop these around them, and that's kind of easier. But just because we're in a pinch for time today, I'm doing it this way. And because I know it's gonna be growing super quickly, I'm not looking to do anything permanent right now. I'm just trying to get it up the pole. So we are just gonna do that then. So let's do it. Get these twisties around there. Just like bread ties, really. I mean, it's the same kind of consistency as a bread tie. That's it. All right. Now, I have this on the one side. Okay, so we've got this stake. I'm just gonna take it out. If I can I? Okay, maybe not. All right, so in order to take it off the stake, this is the bamboo stake I have it on. And I have them kind of stay together, and I want it to go around the pole. Don't need to cut this. I can just untwist it and reuse this part. So I'm gonna take this off. And then you see how I had this attached? That came off. All right, that makes it easy. This one down here, I got a clip. All right, there's one down here. Okay, there's one down here. Okay, so I think I can take this one out. All right, so this is the old stake, quite a bit slimmer. All right, and then what I probably would want to do, this is the first one that I tried to attach to the pole. Probably gonna want to get this one the closest that I can. So just to temporarily, so you're gonna want to come in here, kind of temporarily secure this, and I'm going to use this floral wire to help me do that. Here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and secure this in around the pole. Okay, so I'm gonna do that temporarily, again, because this thing is growing faster than I can keep up with it. And I wanna keep it kind of loose, you know, as it's growing. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it later on down below a little bit more, but not yet. I need to take care of this other guy first. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna cut this off the pole that I have it attached to right now. And then I'm gonna go up the larger pole. I can see that I used a bread tie up here, so I'm just gonna undo that. I'm gonna reuse this bread tie. I'm gonna take this off gently, put that out of the way, and I've got 2 stems here, 2 very large stems. I'm gonna come around, and you know, you can cut these, if you haven't cut them off already, just get rid of them, they're trash. You don't want them hanging out on your plant. And, oops. All right, so you're gonna wanna move these to where you think it's gonna be aesthetically pleasing. So try to space them the way that you like to see them on the pole. I'm sorry, I need to grab this. Okay. Here's my scissors.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. Note to self, these projects are hard when you have one hand.
Yes. 2 people is better than 1 if you can. If you are just by yourself, peace be with you. Good luck. I don't know what to say. Yeah, this is a tough project to do by yourself, but it can be done. It can be done. You just have to be prepared. You should definitely get the floral wire that's at Lowe's for $3-4. It's worth it. A pair of scissors, a table handy. And that way you can kind of do it one-handed solo operation. Just learn from my mistakes. So the larger part, we've got this mainly up on the pole, and I think that's great, and it's working so far. I realize I'm up potting quite a bit larger than what's recommended, and I don't care. I'm experimenting, and I feel like it's going to be a success, a major success. So I'm literally taking my chances here. I am going to actually weave in a few propagations that I have made over the years. I'm going to put them in the base. Same with this one. These are propagations that have been sitting in my terrarium. So I'm going to go ahead and post them around the base. And I'm going to actually fill this in quite a bit. Here is a propagation that I took from the mother plants of the tissue culture, and it's quite large for the pot size. They love to be root bound. I'm not sure if I want to separate it. I'm going to see if I can and go from there. If I can do it without harming it, which I feel like I can, but I don't want to get carried away. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it like so. That's how it was in the pot. And then I'm just going to go around the base like that. And then I'll stake it up. So you can kind of see how the roots are here. And I am going to go ahead and put soil right there and then just go up the pole with it. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is an experiment, you know? It's, we're going to see how it goes. All right. So I did that, and then I have, for those of you who've been watching my videos, you know that I have terrarium propagations, and these have been hanging out in the terrarium. So I've got this guy. This is not a tissue culture. This is original plant. Put that in there. These have been growing in my terrarium for quite a while. Now, don't judge me. I walk outside with these shoes, so it's not that big a deal, right? Don't step on the leaves.
Tell them the reason why you're doing that.
So the reason for me doing that is my legs are a lot more powerful than my arms, and this is pretty dang big. If you see, I'm about 5'5", and this is about 8 feet, 9 feet tall. These 9 feet actually, 8 feet. I don't know. Anyway, a lot more power in my legs and in my arms. I have chicken arms. And yeah, I'm not afraid to use my sneakers, you know, but yeah, my nails are a little more delicate. So, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on here, and you know, what you would do if I were you is I would water this immediately, and then I would put more soil in the base of the up potting. I would do that because you want to get it good the first time and then just let it dry out after that. That's what I would do. And then I would sort of really watch, you know, your plant as it grows up the pole. That is what I do when I first pole something or stake it up. I watch it and I look at the new growth points. Like this is not staked, and this is new growth here. The up potting shouldn't harm it at all. I would just watch it, and this obviously, this part right here that's kind of shooting out, I mean, as it grows, sorry, I'll move it so you can see it. Like this part right here, I would probably just after you pot it up, you know, you're gonna see it. It's gonna change a little bit in position, but you don't want to force it. So if it's not working to go on the pole, then just give it time, and eventually you'll see that it'll be cooperative, or you'll find some way to get it on there. Like right now, it seems like now I found a way to get it on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there. Before, I couldn't figure it out, but just giving it a minute or two to readjust, now I've got it. So watch it over the next couple of days, and you know, just feel it out. You know, it's kind of like I said in one of my previous videos. I said, you know, the dentist puts braces on teeth, and you know, sometimes you need to give it time to readjust and keep tightening and keep going back and keep looking at the alignment of the plant, the happiness factor of the plant. You're just gonna come in, you're just gonna wanna watch it a little bit. Make sure that, you know, everything's super fine, you know, and just play with it. But wow, what a monster this thing is. I can't believe it, honestly. This is so big compared to when I bought it, when it was this big, and now it's so giant. And I literally cut it to a nub, to a complete nub. And because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time with this particular plant, I put it all in terracotta pots and put the propagations in there, and then I didn't water it as much as it needed. Don't recommend that at all. After that, I learned to propagate it in water, and that's when I had the most success. Or I also did it in a terrarium or in sphagnum moss, and that worked the best for me. For whatever reason it is, putting it directly in soil didn't seem to work for me. I think I had 1 or 2 successes, but I had 100% success rate when I propagated in water, and 100% more or less, maybe 95% when I propagated in sphagnum. So sphagnum or water for me was the more reliable method, and that's just me, you know, for you it could be different. But I don't really recommend trying to propagate anything in terracotta because it dries out so quickly, and that's where I ran into problems myself. Now, you saw that it was housed in a terracotta pot, and it did grow very tall. But remember, I have it in a south-facing window, and I have been using a lot of fertilizer to get it to be a big plant. So just kind of keep that in mind: sun plus water plus fertilizer. Yeah, whiskey, we know. Yeah, so anyway, keep that in mind when you're looking at doing yours. I'm going to keep you guys posted on this giant. I do have another video on Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma that I posted maybe a few weeks ago. So keep a lookout for that. That gives you some care tips and tricks and stuff like that. But as far as up potting and restaking, that's what we did today. And I also took some of my propagations and threw them in the pot as well. So this is the result. I would highly recommend putting it on a swivel like this one right here. Getting one of these. Larger pots, easier to move around if you get some wheels underneath them. and sticking this in a south-facing window. You don't have to pull it back too much. I had mine pretty close to there just for growth purposes. I was experimenting with this plant and I think it's proven to be a success, and we'll keep our tabs on it. So that's it. So yeah, guys, so this is my Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma that I grew from a teeny tiny baby, and it's huge and I'm super proud of it, and I'm so glad to be able to give you guys my care tips and tricks on Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. Hey, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe. If you're not new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Yes, we could use your support always. All right, well that's it. Thank you very much, and you guys have a great night and happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.